OK, so on this example, ladies and gentlemen, to do a problem like this, I have cosine of u over 2. And so simply, guys, again, they're asking us to do the half angle formula, right? So we have to know what the half angle formula, which will be provided, again, to you. So the half angle formula is cosine of u over 2 equals, we talked about the plus or minus, and I need to go over that a little bit more with you, with 1 plus cosine of u divided by 2. Now, to turn on the plus or minus, I didn't have time to go over to tell you guys when is it positive, when is it negative. This formula is always going to be positive when your angle is positive. All right. So if you have a triangle that's in the second or third quadrant and you're doing cosine, then it would be negative. OK. So you can obviously see this triangle would be in the first quadrant, so it's positive. So we don't need to worry about the negative. All right. So it's plus or minus, but it's always dependent on where the angle is or where the triangle is. All right. So in this case, we need to find the cosine. Well, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. So I need to figure out what my hypotenuse is. So I need to do Pythagorean theorem. So I say h squared plus h squared, equals 15 squared plus 8 squared. H squared equals 225 plus 64. H squared equals 289. Hopefully you guys understand that this is a Pythagorean triple. So then for your h is 17. OK? As you take the square root for that. So now, all I simply need to do, this is my angle u. I just plug in the cosine of u, which is 15 over 17, adjacent over hypotenuse. So 1 plus 15 over 17 divided by 2. OK? Now, again, you can combine the fractions if you like, multiply by the reciprocal. That's perfectly fine. I just don't like fractions, so I'm going to get rid of the fractions. So I'm going to multiply by 15 on the top and a 15 on the bottom. 17 on the top and 17 on the bottom. OK? By doing that, I now obtain 17 plus 15 divided by 34. 17 plus 15 is going to be 32. Then you guys can obviously divide that, simplify that, right, as to 16 over 17. So the square root of 16 over 17, which simplifies into 4 over the square root of 17. Then you have to rationalize the denominator. And your final answer is 4 square root of 17 over 17. OK? And that's it. And that's all you do for the rest of the problems you have to do. OK? Yes?